Tonight, you pull your phone out of your pocket. You check the time. You scroll through messages. You glance at a notification that makes you smile or frown. You do this without thinking. But what if I told you that this device you treat like a convenience is actually functioning like a trophy from a world that doesn't exist anymore? The real answer is far stranger. You are not just using a phone. You are living inside a ritual your ancestors designed to keep you safe. For millions of years, your brain was wired to respond to one thing, status. And your phone, it's the ultimate status signal. You check it because your brain thinks it's a peacock's tail. It thinks it's a lion's roar. It thinks it's a signal that says, I matter. Think about the last time you felt a ping from your phone. That tiny vibration, that chime, that flash of light on a screen. Your brain doesn't process that as a message. It processes it as a reward. It triggers the same dopamine surge as receiving praise, being noticed, or being chosen. That's not metaphor, that's biology. In 2017, researchers at the University of California, Los Angeles, led by Dr. Tiffany Field, published a study on how digital notifications activate the brain's reward system. They found that even a single notification can increase cortisol levels while simultaneously spiking dopamine, the chemical of pleasure and anticipation. Your phone isn't just a tool, it's a conditioning machine, and you're the subject. Now imagine you're a human ancestor living in the African savanna 2 million years ago. You're not checking a screen, you're checking a glance, a nod from a group member, a shared look when you've just brought down a large animal, a smile when you've outlasted a rival. These micro-signals of recognition were your currency. They told you whether you were part of the group, whether you were safe, whether you were valued. In evolutionary terms, being excluded meant death. So your brain evolved to crave these social signals like oxygen. You needed them to survive. Today, that same brain sees a new message on your phone and feels the same surge. It doesn't care whether it's from a friend, a boss, or a stranger. It just cares that you've been noticed. This is why the moment you wake up, you reach for your phone. You're not checking the time. You're checking your worth. You're scanning for signals that say you belong. And when you don't get them, anxiety, that's not just feeling stressed. That's your ancient survival system misfiring. You're being hunted by nothing. But your brain thinks you are. This is the core of the modern digital dilemma. You're not addicted to the content. You're addicted to the validation. Dr. Megan Phelps-Roper, former member of the Westboro Baptist Church and now a social media strategist, has studied this deeply. In her 2021 book You're Not That, she argues that the internet is the ultimate status engine. It rewards attention, outrage, and visibility with instant feedback loops that mimic the most powerful social hierarchies of human history. Your phone doesn't just connect you to the world. It connects you to a primal need to be seen, to be chosen, to be part of the group. Consider the design of your phone itself. It's sleek, it's personal, it's always with you. It's the one object you never leave behind. In ancient times, that object would have been a bone tool, a painted stone, a carved totem. Something that signaled your place in the tribe, something that marked your identity. Today, your phone is that totem. When you show it to someone, you're showing your access, your connections, your social capital. When you post a photo, you're not sharing a moment, you're broadcasting your status. I was here. I was with these people. I was doing this thing. That's exactly what a Neolithic hunter would do when he returned from a successful hunt. He'd display his catch, his scars, his tools. He'd show, not just tell, that he contributed, that he mattered. Your phone is your new display case. And look at the behavior. You check it in the bathroom, in bed, in the shower. You check it when you're eating, when you're walking, when you're talking to someone in front of you. You're constantly scanning for signals because your brain is trained to believe that missing one means danger. It's the same anxiety that kept early humans alert to predators. The same alertness that kept them alive. Now the predator is invisibility. The danger is being ignored. The threat is being forgotten. So you check, you scroll. You refresh, you react, you repeat. The cycle never ends because the brain never learns that the threat is not real. It only learns that the signal is valuable. But here's the twist. Your ancestors didn't have this problem because their signals were real. They were tied to physical survival. If someone gave you a nod, it meant you were accepted into the group. If someone ignored you, it meant you were on the edge of exclusion. Those signals had consequences. They affected your food, your shelter, your safety. Today, a notification from a friend doesn't change your food or your shelter. It doesn't even change your social standing in any meaningful way. Yet your brain treats it with the same urgency. You're reacting to a digital ghost. You're chasing a reward that has no real weight. This is not a flaw, it's a feature of evolution. Your brain was built for a world that no longer exists. It's running on old software in a new machine. That's why you feel the urge to post something, why you feel the need to be seen, why you feel empty when no one likes your photo. It's not vanity, it's biology. It's your ancient self screaming for recognition in a world that doesn't care. And yet, you keep doing it, because the loop works. The dopamine hit feels good. The momentary feeling of being seen feels powerful. You're addicted to a feeling your ancestors once earned through survival, not through screens. So when you reach for your phone tonight, pause. Ask yourself, what am I really looking for? Are you checking for a message? Or are you checking for proof that you matter? Are you scrolling because you're bored, or because your brain is hunting for a signal it thinks will keep you safe? You're not using your phone. Your phone is using you. It's triggering the same systems that kept your ancestors alive for 2 million years. And now, it's keeping you stuck in a loop of craving that has no real end. But there's a way out. Not by deleting the app, not by turning off notifications, by understanding what's really happening. When you recognize that your phone is just a modern trophy, a digital symbol of status that your brain is misinterpreting, you gain power. You can choose to check it. You can choose to put it down. You can choose to engage with real people, real moments, real life, where signals actually matter, where recognition is earned through presence, not through a screen. Because the truth is, your ancestors didn't need a screen to know they were part of the group. They had each other, they had touch, they had presence, they had the real things that still matter today. So tonight, when you reach for your phone, remember, it's just a mirror. It reflects not your worth, but your ancient hunger for belonging. And that hunger, it's still valid, it still drives you, but it doesn't have to be controlled by a machine. You can choose to look elsewhere, to look at the person beside you, to look at the world outside, to look at your own hands and remember that you are enough not because of what you post, not because of who likes you, but because you exist, because you are here. Because you are part of the group, not by signal, but by presence. And that's the real trophy. Not the likes, not the views, not the buzz. It's the quiet certainty that you are seen not by a screen, but by life itself.